Do you struggle to rank up in Rocket League? Are you stuck in Diamond while your other friends flex their SSL title? Well, look no further. I have partnered up with LTX Academy as a coach, and we are ready to boost your gameplay. With multiple tournaments and trophies won and thousands of dollars earned, I will tailor to your needs and make sure you get to that next level. I'm also doing discounted prices for the first 10 days, so you do not want to miss out. And you are also probably thinking,
CMOS, how do I book a session with you?
well, that's easy. Just open up that fancy browser of yours, type metafy.gg/@cmasorl_, pick a session to your liking, book a time, and bang, you're booked, and I'll see you in the call. Once again, that's metafy.gg/@cmasorl_.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the RLI Twitch channel. It is the last Saturday before Christmas. I hope everyone who's in college, their exams went well. Everyone who's working, hope you'll be finishing up shortly and not be working Christmas Eve, unfortunately, like our production staff, Rory, will be. So we're here today for the Christmas Extravaganza 2025, sponsored by LTX Academy, of course. Today I'm joined for this grand finals by Jarf, and so far, this tournament has been quick. This final should be interesting, and let's see who we're going to be watching today in this grand finals.
Yeah, two great lineups in Four Hollow Heads, which have a roster of Dan O'Sher, Lovely Cans, Idri, and Minty, versus Nate Esports, which is Large Grady, D-Lynch, Techno, and Luca. Now, interestingly enough, in the last game of the round robin, they played each other, and Four Hollow Heads did get that win in the warm-up, we'll call it. So could expect a win here for Four Hollow Heads, but I'm really not sure.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing about this is that because of the mutators and stuff, like, I think skill slightly goes out the window, maybe a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see. As you said, like, a lot of luck has to be on your side as well. So things might have gone in the favor of one team in the build-up, but you never know. The mutators might go the other way this time around. So, yeah, as you're saying, Nate Esports against Four Hollowheads, and you said that they've played each other already. So, who won that again? Did you say?
The Four Hollow Heads did.
Okay, interesting. All right, so Nate Esports have a lot to make up for in this grand finals. Of course, playing here for, of course, the grand sum of €80, brought to you by LTX Academy. So I think everyone is almost in the lobby. I'm trying to remember the last time I've ever been in a lobby with this many people.
Yeah.
Of course. And of course, if anyone will be wondering, the overlay, surprisingly, will not be able to see the fourth person. So if you're wondering where that fourth person is, you're gonna have to rely on the casters, or else you're gonna have to rely on looking at the screen. Whoever the top three priority people will be, that I don't know. But of course, the teams, as I said, Dan Usher for Four Hollow Heads, it's Dan Usher, Cans, Adri, and Minty. And then for Nate Esports, we have Grady, Luca, Techie, and of course, very own D Lynch. So 10 people now in the lobby. I believe we're just waiting for.
I think we're
Is
good
it
to
you
go.
now? Oh no.
No, I have
You're
the
right.
lobby limits, believe it or not.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I forgot. Okay, so we should be good to go here. Let's see here. What I just say?
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, the mutators make a lot of difference. I thought
Yeah.
extra special was going to be very sort of luck based, but it turns out when you play a team that somehow know the mutators pretty good, yeah, it's pretty interesting when you get absolutely scored on every 5 seconds from a good team. So hopefully these two teams can get themselves together and produce some weird looking clips.
Yeah. Rory's spelling getting dissed here in the chat, but I don't really think Dave has much kind of room here to say anything when I don't even think he readied up for his own match, you know. Of course, Dave's quite a popular tournament admin, doesn't remember to ready up. Not sure what that says for him, but You know,
What a disaster.
I'm just trying to work out by process of deduction who has the name that's a reference to the Chungus Life joke. I don't actually know. Let's see. They're going to be on. Full stop is going to be, I presume, Luca. So there we go. And then Adri is going to be Chungus Life. Well,
It is,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So now that that's over and done with, I've never actually seen Extra Special in action. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, and my previous games, Adri seemed to have a bit of a good ball knowledge about the extra special, so I expect to see him to pop off here. But I don't know. It is very ropey in terms of readable gameplay.
It looks a little less chaotic than what I was expecting. It seems a little bit more like you might be able to kind of like maybe eye this one up a little bit more than you could maybe a Rumble game mode or something. But Grady now hits this one into the middle of the field and misses that one. Everyone's missing, but off now on the back wall looking for a redirect. That one seems to be going back in towards the net. And it is. And Minty now for the 4 hollow heads. I don't know if that was a redirect back in or not, was it? No, it was a miss on the ball. And that one goes straight in to the Nady Sports side. So that's the first goal on the board in this game mode. And just to run you through what we will be expecting in this best of 5, it's going to be extra special, it's going to be hoops, it's going to be 3-wheel, and then hopefully we can see some Rumble and Snow Day as well in games 4 and 5.
Absolutely, I think the Rumble will be good fun. I don't know if many people practice the Rumble, but if you do have a teammate who does grind a bit of Rumble here and then, you might find yourself at a special advantage for game 4.
Yeah, you never know who's just a random kind of SSL and Rumble. So, and I think like it is obviously a bit of luck based as well, but it can be some skill based in these game modes. Back now to what's at hand. It's back to a bit of boomer ball here as Cans now is up for this one, looking to get a redirect off the ceiling, gets the flip. It's going over here to Adri as Cans looking for the redirect, tries to bump it down. This one trying to be pinched back into the middle. Minty now hits that one into the air. And now it's cleared by D Lynch, and Cans hits that one over to Minty. Luca and D Lynch both up for that one now as Danosher tries to clear the lines. May be able to get this one, push it through. Will he get a pinch in? D Lynch is all over the field and he gets that one cleared off. And it kind of seems like this ball is it's very good to when you kind of pop it in the air. It kind of has some good height to it. I think it's a little bit lighter in terms of that. So you see a lot of shots being kind of going off the backboard.
Yeah, and with that, 4 hollow heads are taking a lot of pressure onto Nate here. Nate, sorry. Just constantly booming into the backboard, and they've always got a person up to follow up. And really putting the foot to the throat to Nate here to hopefully extend their lead. But there's an early shot from D Lynch off a poor touch. Great finish from D Lynch.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want this game. I kind of want it to at least go to game 4 because I kind of want to see Rumble and how these people can just kind of function against each other. I want to see who's the good Rumble player and who's not. Snow Day won't be as interesting as Rumble personally. I could be wrong in that, but it's nice to see. I think that might have been. I don't know if that was the first shot statistically, but that was the first kind of attempt on goal that I saw anyway from Nady Sports, and D-Lynch slots that one in to make it level as we're through the halfway point now of the game, and 4 hollow heads here are looking to start this play again, and they have been a bit more offensively strong. It seems to be Nady Sports actually have more shots across the board, but now we got Techie manages to get that one through and increase the lead, and that seems to be a few misses on the ball, but a mid pass there by Luca and Dan Usher. That one gets pushed through by Techie there just in the end, and that's a 2-1 goal here. So from 1-0 down, Nady Sports have pulled it back and they take a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, good play from Nate. They're really taking their chances. As you said, that's 2 chances, 2 goals, so they are hyperclinical in their finishing. And I wonder how 4 Hollowhead can respond to kind of get that pressure back on again that they had at the start of the half. Looks a bit ropey here for D Lynch. Everybody's missing the ball. That's going high again. More misses off to the right. Grady finally over to Luca. Won't get the double. Good from Adri to cancel out any sort of shot there.
Yeah, back and forward play here as D-Lynch trying to use his real life rugby skills here to play in this extravaganza special here. Now this one goes high into the middle of the field, reaching down to the final minute of the game. That one's going to bounce straight into the middle, and luckily D-Lynch, clinical as usual, is there to get that one back to the middle of the field. Minty gets the redirect. That is saved on the line by Luca. Another follow-up shot there is just wide, and that's a fantastic save there on the line by Luca, and great reaction speed here, obviously. So down now to the dying minute of the game here, and obviously I owe no allegiances to anyone, but I would like to see a Rumble on the cards or later on, and so I'm currently hoping that Nate Esports can win, but nevertheless, whatever interesting series we can make it here, as this one is up into the air, dropping down back into the Nate Esports half. Should be a clear for Luca, but it's not. Dan Usher drops that one down. Is anyone there to follow it up? Grady is getting one touch, goes for the flip reset, gets another touch, and that's beautiful by Grady.
What a play from Grady. He just seems to know the ball inside out here. Clinical touch, gets the bounce perfect. Great finish over the head. I tell you what, Nate are in control now, and it looks like it's going to be a game one for Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice touch there by Grady, just in the air, and just manages to kind of control it right to get that other touch and just get it over the head and get it into the net here. As D-Lynch now is flying across in the air with Adri. Techie now tries to clear that one up too from the four hollow head side. Go up for that ball as Cans gets an early flip, and Dan Usher tries to meet there. Techie hits that one back into the middle. No redirects on that occasion. 2-goal cushion here for Nate Esports, luckily, so no goal going in these dying seconds. Won't be too dramatic. That one is saved by Minty, surprisingly, and that one dropped straight down. GG's across the board, and Nate Esports here take game one of this extravaganza special.
Yeah, initially, four hollow heads had insane pressure on Nate, but they recovered well, took their chances, and found that lead pretty easily, to be honest. But coming into hoops here, I know Minty is an SSL hoops player, so can we see four hollow heads take back a game and promise that a rumble that we also want to see?
Yeah, I think this is going to be the most skilled type game of a lot of them, because unless I'm incorrect, there's no mutator effect on the basketball. It's the same as a normal soccer ball. So this should be the most, I suppose, similar like to normal Rocket League, maybe 4v4 play here, as you mentioned. Some players in this SSL in hoops already, so they're familiar with the court here, as this one starts off with Grady now flying through the air as D-Lynch tries to pop that one up on the right side. That one is popped up nice across to the middle. Adri gets the clearance though. Minty looking for the redirect, blocked by Techie. And now you have Minty looking for another redirect. That one's bouncing in. Oh, Adri there tried to push that one through. Just tried to get that one through, but unfortunately it was blocked. Grady with the pre-jump. That one goes over. Dan Usher looking for another touch. It's blocked, and now it's 2v1 here on the situation. Back on the lines, up into the air. D-Lynch looks for a pinch. Misses on that occasion. Adri misses on that occasion. Grady hits it low. And Cans now trying to hit this one back over, and it's just a bit of boomer ball back here at the moment as that one goes up high, Jarf. This one is now going low onto the floor. Back now to Dan Usher, up into the air. Big pass down onto the rim, but that is saved. That has hit the rim, and that is not going in. This one is looking to be redirected in by Dan Usher. And it is. Manages to take a first goal here lead. And 4 shots here for the four hollow heads. Definitely more offensive prowess here on the side of that, as Grady looks to get the save here on the line. But they get the first goal here in this game.
Yeah, it was a good initial positioning from Grady, but just could not get there to the shot. As expected, four hollow heads taking the early lead here, showing some early dominance. But yeah, it has been a bit back and forth. That's the first sort of foothold I've seen from either team. So it'll be who can control the next 2 minutes here and try to get some more goals.
Yeah, back to it now. Watching here, we have this one going up here now, up on the line, back to the middle of the field. Grady here hits that one a little bit too far over, and back now to D-Lynch in the middle of the field as Techie gets that one up into the air. Can's trying to clear the line. Grady looking to get a redirect, doesn't get it. What a redirect, probably back into his own hoop though. But yeah, that's unfortunate there. Cans gets the boom up from their own side of the court, and yeah, if Grady had maybe gotten a touch on that, probably would have only helped heading into the hoop. But nevertheless, 2-0 here to Four Hollowheads.
Yeah, Can's playing old reliable, just bang it upfield and hope for the best, and this time it does work out. So success for Cans continues across the board. He just never fails. And here we go again with another pop above the net. Dangerous crossbar hit. Almost a goal. D. Lynch recovers well. Dano now up in the air. Grady gets a good cover, and Minty has double committed. So a bit of possession now for Nate, possibly. That's a good bump coming across the Cans. And yeah, I mean, for Hollowhead, they do seem a bit comfortable now.
Yeah, that one is dropping down and close again then on the line for Nate Esports, as this one is a little bit more now back on the side of the Four Hollowheads. Possession is now returned to the Four Hollowheads. This one is back on the hoop of the Nate Esports side. D. Lynch now looking to get it clear on that, is met by Adri. That one is floating over the line, and it just goes back to the other side as Grady gets a nice flicker on Cans. D. Lynch not able to get to that one. Should be a clear for Luca, but it hits off Techie. And now Grady gets a pinch, tries to clear it on the line. Dan Usher now is there. Adri is there. And D. Lynch clears that one luckily and kind of saves Nate Esports from a small bit of offensive pressure there from Four Hollowheads, who've definitely been standing out a bit more in this hoops game, obviously, not just in terms of goals, but in shots. But look at the shots on Nate Esports. They also do have 7 shots, but not a lot to show for it, Jeff.
No real chances on goal for Nate at the moment, but I think the boost dominance is playing a part here. There is not much boost on that field with 8 players, and from what I can tell, it looks like Four Hollowhead is really dominating in those rotations, grabbing them big pads and leaving Nate no choice but to sort of back off and play defensive.
Yeah, now down to 1:30 left on the clock here. That's looking to be a goal for Luca and Nate Esports finally in their 8th shot, I believe. Finally get one through the line. That's a nice little solo play there by Luca. Just to get that one. Tries to be saved on the line there by Adri, but not able to get to it on occasion. Difficult enough sometimes to get the saves there just from underneath of the hoop. But nevertheless, Nate Esports here reduced that deficit down to 1. As Cans now hits that one high into the air. And Grady not looking to push that one through. That's to be a clear for Minty. Hits it clear into the middle of the field. That one should be redirected. Techie now gets it clear. Only has Dan Usher to beat. Dan Usher redirects it back over towards his own side of the field. That one is passed up into the middle. Luca just unable to get the height on that one. That one's going to drop down. And Nate Esports in this last minute, in the last kind of 30 seconds, have really kind of just lit up, and they have finally got 2 goals on the board and leveled the game.
Yeah, Four Hollowheads seem a bit lost. Every player's just rotating and cutting each other, and there's no real good thick momentum that they had in the first half of this game. Nate fought back really well. Luca with another shot, double commit on the save. Minty tries to get that one up towards the net. Unfortunately, hits the rim and it's back. And I think Nate actually have a chance here to take this game. If Four Hollowheads don't establish themselves again, they might find themselves in a hard place.
Here we go now. We have 30 seconds left here on the clock. That one is dropping down over to the right hand side. Here is Minty up in the air looking for another redirect. That one's looking to be hit down by Adri. Gets power on it, but just goes slightly wide of the hoop. And now we have Adri looking to get that one started, but D. Lynch now looking to get a play going through the air. Gets it over the head. Cans, though, the entire Four Hollowhead side is on the defensive line, and this one is going to be going to overtime, I believe. And they both let it drop. Still in the air. Four Hollowheads keep it up. Grady now gets it clear on the line. Luca still has the ball. Gets the flip reset. Gets it over. Tries to drop it down. Saved on the line by Cans. And D. Lynch saves it as well on the line. And that one is going to continue across the field. Tries to hit in. Drops back down. Saved up on the line by Dan Usher. That one should be hit down by Techie. And it is. And we're into overtime.
Wow. What a great 0-second sequence that was. Just saves, bangs, and saves again. Great composure from both teams not to crumble under that unearthly pressure, but looks like Nate quite low on the boost here. Four Hollowheads might get an advantage. That's a good fake from Grady. Good challenge though, and Techie can get some ball time. D. Lynch clears, might be on net, but yeah, I think Nate have a great chance here if they can sort of control the boost and get back upfield.
Yeah, I've just coming to realize that, and just as that point is being made, I don't know why I thought for some reason in my head that Four Hollow Heads had already won a game. I think when you mentioned that they'd won the series, I'd assumed after game one that they were already 1-0 up, because if Innate Esports had won this game, it would have been 2-0 to them, am I not right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so we wouldn't have been going to Rumble if they'd won. This is, at least now, as I'm mentioning this point, we are guaranteed game 4. I don't know what happened to my logic there, but it definitely went out the window. But it's fine. Just as I was about to talk about it, it actually does work out because we are actually going to game 4 now. Of course, Minty there, 116 ping. That's not fun to play on. Having played from NA before, you need to have a really good connection to get a good connection to EU, and his is definitely jumping between 70, 100, and 115. So, jumpy ping, maybe reflective of why he's on the bottom of the leaderboard, maybe not. Next game mode, 1-1 in the series, and we are going to 3-wheel. Okay. I'm not sure what to expect from this. Is there any kind of skill in this, as Minty already looking to get a redirect?
I'll be honest, I couldn't figure it out, but Minty on his NA ping just seems to no 3-wheel ball, unlike anybody else. What'll play right into the corner. Mainly, you gotta not turn as fast, or you end up on your head and you're stuck, and you have to try to unstick yourself. So, yeah, it's all about just managing the car really, and keeping yourself in a good position to make a play on the ball. As you can see there, Grady stuck on his side.
Lynch stuck on his side as well.
It is quite hilarious to look at, although it is most horrible to play with. I can tell you that with personal experience.
Lynch has recovered and is back on 3 wheels. As you were saying there, Minty immediately after the start of the game goes for a redirect off the sidewall and gets a goal. That's a very strong start to a 3-wheel if I've ever seen it. But nevertheless, Minty once again on the ball, looking to get this one into the middle. Can's looking for a pre-flip. This is something very interesting to watch. As this one is going up into the middle. Dan Usher now looking for the redirect. That one looking for the hit, gets it in, and it seems that the 4 hollow heads here, they know ball. They kind of know what's going on here. They get a nice pop up and Dan Usher, nice easy tap in, and that's a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, great from Dan Usher to finish that shot, but I just couldn't help but laugh at Dion just struggling on his side. Could not get up for the life of him. So maybe I need to practice some more 3-wheel. I heard Grady hit a double reset on him, so clearly disadvantage by the game mode and it's in the net. Oh, this is pretty good.
This is embarrassing from Nate Esports. It's been 1 minute and 10 seconds, and it's already 3 goals to 4 hollow heads. And yeah, let's look at the points. Everyone's doing decent on the 4 hollow head side, besides Cans, who's managed to only touch the ball 5 times. But the other side of it, Techie 4 points, D-Lynch 14 points, Grady with 66 doing okay. But Minty, knowing ball, hitting it once again there in the air. I don't really want to see Cans. I was about to say I really hope Cans stays on low points, but somehow pulls 10 points out of the bag. I don't know how he did it, but he got it from somewhere. As that one is going to be sent into the middle there by Luca, and there's Dan Usher clearing it, and D Lynch now trying to work that one into the middle. As Minty now looking for a pinch again, and Grady goes flying. And Luca sends that one in. Cans passes up to the middle. D Lynch clears that one. And then we have a bump on the field. No one's there. Oh, so close. Great foresight there from Nate Esports there. They look like they know a bit more about what's going on at the moment. They currently looked a bit headless there for a few minutes.
Yeah, they're starting to figure out how to stay upright, which is a good start. And yeah, though possession does seem to be in the way of Nate Esports at the moment, trying to keep that upfield. Greedy's up nice and early. Good pre though, and across to Luca, maybe gets a double. Oh my goodness, what a shot. Unlucky not to hit that. That would have been insane.
Ridiculous. That was a ridiculous attempt.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
interesting game mode to say the least.
Yeah, we're just trying to watch and commentate over what's happening. Grady tries to get a pinch in the middle. D. Lynch is looking to send this one into the middle of the field. What is he going to do? Absolutely misses it. Oh, that's a redirect. Anyone there to push it in? No, Dan Usher is there to clear on the line. Only 2 minutes left of this suffering. It's a big miss there from Adri, I believe, but it doesn't matter. Dan Usher is able to get a snipe here from the back. Manages to somehow get it through Grady, and Adri didn't get that one, unfortunately. But yeah, it's 4 goals now for the 4 hollow heads, living up to the name. As this one is going to bounce back into the middle. Minty looking for another redirect. Oh, almost gets it. Minty will be trying for a redirect in this game mode for as long as he possibly can. As this one now is hit up into the air, as Adri now tries to hit that one onto the side of the Nady Sports. Trying to work a low ball in. That one goes over to Adri. Minty looking to get a 2-wheel drive going there and try to get something with it. Minty seems to know exactly what they're doing in this game mode. This one is cleared up by Dan Usher. That one is redirected in by Luca. Great passing play there. And the 4 hollow heads here have really kind of outshone Nady Sports in this game. 5 goals, a strong performance, especially from Dan Usher with the hat-trick.
Yeah, unexpected champion of the 3-wheel, Dan Usher. You really wouldn't have seen it coming. I would have expected the likes of Minty to be that sort of extra mode genius, but Dan Usher showing he's got some real expertise in these extra modes. So fair play to him. He's doing very well, and he's sealed the deal here for Hollowheads.
Reaching the 1 minute stage here, and I think Nady Sports will be counting down as this one, explaining why they'll be counting it down, adding a 6 to their tally. Can's now the only one on the 4 hollow head side not to get it in. Can's has more points though than Adri, who has a goal, so Can's is doing something right. 2 saves for his 100 points. That seems to be why. No one on the Nady Sports side yet though to break 100 points. So this will be one to forget for them, as we will be going into game number 4, which is the much anticipated Rumble, as Techie now high in the sky for that one. As Grady is looking for a redirect. Does he get it? Almost going for the triple tap. Had a very nice goal earlier in the extra special in the egg game mode, looking to show that he also knows ball in this one. As Minty now looks to hit that one into the middle of the field. Grady once again all up in that is Techie now trying to push that one up the field. That one is hit into the air. Luca tries to get something with that. Gets another touch. That one's going to be bounced into the middle. Grady looking to redirect that one down. And it's saved, though, by Luca. And Grady and D. Lynch now trying to clear it. This is going to be one to forget, sadly. In what's been a so far kind of reasonably close battle, this was a very, very one-sided battle.
Yeah, very thorough statement from 4 hollow heads that they're here to win. Grady seemed to be the only person on Nate Esports with any sort of knowledge on how to operate that 3-wheeled car, unfortunately for them. So I really expected more from Techie as well, but this is just how the cookie crumbles. But game 4 Rumble, much anticipated. Who has that extra mode skill that will take them over the line potentially for 4 hollow heads or go to game 5 in an interesting snow day?
Yeah, I just heard there from the 4 hollow heads that apparently Dan Usher was chain dashing. He definitely knows ball. So chain dashing in 3-wheel, that's really something. As now we're going into the much anticipated Rumble here in game number 4. 2-1 game lead here to the 4 hollow heads, who are on match point, of course. Do I see the mutator for Rumble? Oh no, yeah. I don't see the mutator for Rumble in this. Interesting. I don't see it counting down on people's POVs. Interesting. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. As this one is rather questionably hit into the air and scored by Dan Usher, making up, kind of not really making up for what he's done in that. He's kind of taken back from what he's done in the last game by immediately sending it into his own net. But that's a good start for Nady Sports.
Yeah, leveling all that good karma he built last game with some bad karma, unfortunately. But yeah, this is what Rumble does to you. You have no idea what some of the power-ups are going to do to the ball, and you just try your best to get it somehow towards their net, which Dano is still chained to the ball trying to get that in, but it's into the other net.
That's a long distance relationship between Dano and that ball, and looks like they were never going to meet, and unfortunately they didn't. That one is in the air by Cans, and this time though uses the spikes, I believe, to his advantage with a bit of help there by Dan Usher. Yeah, Cans gets the touch, and yeah, quite surprised there how that is not Dan Usher's goal. Must be a bit robbed there on that occasion. Did use the plunger to get it on that occasion, but nevertheless, back to a level game here as this first 10 seconds very important before the mutators kick in, just to try and get some sense of normality before everything kicks in. And just as I say that, Minty capitalize on it. The magnet just a little bit too late from Nate Esports as Dan Usher pinches that one high into the air. Luca high off the wall. And yeah, Grady on the line just didn't get the magnet. It was a little bit too far away from it. That is a 2-1 lead here as I'm continuously yawning, but not at the entertaining gameplay that we are about to witness in this final game, potentially final game 4 here.
Yeah, Minty, I would say, would be the highest level in that normal period of gameplay. So expected to see him slot that given the opportunity. But as we move into the modes coming in and out, a lot of suctions there to try and control the ball, but Ice sort of freezes the play there as such, no pun intended. Going across the field now, Grady with a defensive touch, good pressure there, and he gets the boot as well. That is going down into the half. Look at, misses the ball. Minty might get an early shot here. Good to see it from Techie. Some more pressure from Dano. Can he get it in the net? Yes, he can. Great mech from Dano to control that ball with the spike. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, extra modes after the previous game. It's been a big standout performance by Dan Usher in these last 2 games. Just uses the spikes to get off the back wall and force that one through. 2-goal advantage here for the match point for Hollow Heads as Minty looks to snipe that one in and does, and second time gets a goal in that 10-second grace period before the mutators kick in, and capitalizing on that opportunity gets that one through off the kickoff, and that's 4-1 to 4 Hollow Heads.
Yeah, great capitalization on that good kickoff from 4 Hollow Heads, and yeah, you'd really expect a player of Minty's caliber to slot that even on the ping that he is. And here we go again, down into the other half. They are lurking, but here come the power-up. What can Nate Esports do to get back in this game? 3 minutes left. There's still plenty of time for an upset, as we see Techie with the spike, throwing it back at Dano. And great goal there from Techie.
Who was that? Who put the speed boost? That was Cans. Cans put the speed boost on the spike. That is possibly the worst thing that you could do. Cans showing that he doesn't know ball in this extra mode game, giving the best power up, arguably the best addition that I can get. So that's an easy goal there for Nate Esports, as the mutators shall be kicking in any second now. This one is high into the air. D-Lynch with the magnet, unable to get through on that occasion. Minty looking to push that one through. The plunger over to Grady. Will D-Lynch be able to get that one? No, he doesn't. Techie hits that one off to the side now, as Luca tries to start one on the back wall. Adrian now trying to clear that one. Doesn't get too far with it. That one is high into the air. It's all up to Luca to save it, and he does get it. Cans now driving away from the magnet, too far a pace. Grady, unbelievable. Oh, doesn't go in. Oh my god, Grady, that wasn't even supposed to go in. It just accidentally hit off his car. And who does it again? Who gives the speed boost to the spikes? We need an action replay of that. Let me see who did that. Dan Usher with the spike. Luca, oh my god. Luca with the speed boost to the spikes, and that's just a guaranteed goal. Flies through the air and gets that one in. That's unfortunate from Ned Esports. It's very bad there though from Cans and Luca. Should not be given the speed boost to the spikes. 10-second grace period is here. Bump onto the play. No one to get that one through, and the mutators will be kicking in.
Yeah, we've seen what the speed boost does to the spikes, yet no lessons were learned, but these magnets are flying across the field. Grady might get a double here, nice and high, grappled by Cans. Might not get a double there. Luca can control it, but Danosher up early gets the miss. Here comes Luca now. Tried to get a shot on target there in 8 Esports. What a freeze. Everybody going sideways. And here we go, Adri controlling in the corner. What can be done? No pinch there, unfortunately. And a freeze again. Now 4 hollow heads down in the other half. Might be on the net. Good save. And that's a good boot from D Lynch. Putting some more pressure on 4 hollow heads here. 1 minute to go. 3 goals at the Big Arc.
Finally, now we are reaching the dying stages of this game. 1 minute left, and I think that this might be going in favor of 4 hollow heads, but nevertheless, anything can happen in the dying 45 seconds here of this Rumble game, as that one is boomed up the field by Luca. That going towards now the side of the Navy Sports. Gets a bump. Danosher tries to get a shot through. Saved by D Lynch. As Cans now questionably bring it back towards his own net here as the ball is just being banged back and forward. Grady now tries to hit that one off the wall. Cans clears it. Speed boost. Position is being changed across the map. And D Lynch now hits that one into the air. Looking to be a play here, but Danosher, that one is going low, and it's in the top right corner, and it bounces down, and Adri gets that one in, and that should be the final nail in the coffin. A 4-goal advantage now, as the plunger too far away to get the redirect on the side of the Nady Sports doesn't make connection with it, and it goes into the net. 4-goal lead here for the 4 hollow heads. Will 4 be their lucky number in the very end, or will there be one more goal on the board?
Yeah, great magnet there from Adri to control the ball into that top corner. Just giving it just what it needs. Coming down to the last 4 seconds, nothing here. Freeze ball sends everybody away from the ball. Can somebody please hit it? It might hit the ground here. What can we see? Minty trying to get that upfield. No chance. Might be dead. 4 hollow heads take the Christmas Extravaganza 2025.
Yeah, 4 hollow heads here. Danosher, Minty, Cans, and Adri. Take it there. Stunning performance there by Danosher in that final 2 games, just to give his team that extra advantage, just to get them over the line. Very well done there. He really performed well on those final 2 games. And as you're saying, they are your Orly Christmas Extravaganza 2025 champions, of course. €80 prize pool going towards them. And of course, that is, thank you, sponsored by LTX Academy. I don't think we need to pick MVPs, but I'll ask you anyway who you think your MVP was.
I think honestly, I might go with Danosher. He really surprised me with the ball knowledge across many of the game modes, and he scored himself a great hat trick in the 3-wheel, if I remember. So yeah, Danosher, great player, and well done to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that one. Well done there by Danosher. It takes our vote, takes the casters' vote here for in those final 2 games. Great, stunning performance by them. That's going to be all from us here in the Orly casting booth and on the Orly Twitch channel. Hoping everyone has a very happy Christmas and happy New Year. And we'll all be seeing you back here very soon. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.